Tuesday evening, just finished the premiere of the shave. I'm shaving Tom, one of my clients, and I feel like I'm on such a high right now. It felt really good. There was such a big group of people in there. Everyone was commenting. It was all really positive. Felt like a really good group of people just in there. Ryan, one of the guys who's been on the channel, active on the channel, he donated £2, which, like, for me, that just seems like crazy. Like, so thankful. It's just like, but then you've got people paying you almost like to create the video, so it's mental. Then I made him a moderator, so then he was then like answering the questions back to people that where I couldn't keep up with everyone. So it just feels as though it's like it's coming into like a real like community spirit, and everyone's sort of like coming together. There's like the regulars that are coming into the premiere, so it just feels really good. It feels like it's becoming something now as well. And that's the thing, like, it is, well, the fact that at the moment there's now like 62,000 people subscribed, that's blown my mind. So it really feels like it is growing into something now. So I feel very excited for the future and how it's all going, and just trying to, I guess now it's a case of trying to make sure that you're able to keep up with all the comments in the premieres, and trying to keep up with all the comments for all the videos as well. So which is not an easy thing. Like, I spent so long replying. Kasha and me went to bed last night, I think at midnight, and I was up until 1:30 replying to comments, just trying to get back to as many as I could. In that time, I still didn't get back to everyone that had left a comment, but I was like, right, I need to get to sleep now. Head home, pancakes now, because it's pancake day in the UK, so I'm gonna have them, and I'm very excited for them now. Why is this not now coming across? It's never done this. Oh, it just disappeared. What's that? It came up and then disappeared. Right, I'm just gonna have to join on here. So sorry for a little bit late. I had a nightmare. I've tried to transfer the link over to my laptop and it wasn't doing it, and so I'm now on my phone at the moment. Well, at the moment I work full time. So before Corona, I work full time in the barbershop cutting hair, and then create content in the spare time that I have. Always with the guise of it turning more into creating content and also cutting hair on the side of that. So the way that I create the content, I put a shave which goes onto YouTube. I then chop it down into smaller formats, which you might have seen that go onto TikTok. So that could be an option if we to as a starter. Thank you so much for your time.
Have a good one.
You too. All the best, my friend. Thank you. I didn't really get across anything, did I? I was just flustered from the start, and it didn't really, did we discuss anything?
It was fun. That was definitely perfectly fine initial call to kick things off. Like, you wouldn't expect to actually discuss much detail on a guy like that, would you? Well, I wouldn't, anyway.
So I'm just about to do an hour's room on Clubhouse. There's a person who I followed on Instagram, actually. I think we became friends through Gary Vee, like some sort of content that he did, and she invited me into this room. So I'm going to do a little chat on Clubhouse now, talking about how to grow on TikTok and the sort of things of little tips and tricks which I sort of learned along the way. So I'm going to be doing that now.
And Elliot, I let him know. How are you, Elliot?
Very good, thank you. How are you guys? Thanks for having me.
Beautiful and welcome, yeah. Now, with everything.
Yeah, definitely. So, hi everyone, I'm Elliot. I am based in London in the UK. I'm a barber, men's hairdresser, whatever you want to call it. I guess for myself, creating content has never been natural for myself. I've always been very, I guess, kind of voyeuristic with it, but always known that to sort of progress my career and to sort of keep moving forward, creating content is something you have to do. Got involved on TikTok it would have been the summer of 2019. It was when I became aware of Gary Vee's content model, became really aware of sort of everything that he puts out. I'd been posting on Instagram for quite a long time, to be honest, without anything working really. I started posting on TikTok, but was just posting stuff that I was posting onto Instagram and then just repurposing it to there. I was posting, and again, not a lot was working for myself. But I think that's been very beneficial for myself, because it's meant I've just constantly been testing and trying new things and constantly trying to see what works. I post all sort of hair and barber related content, and then the first video that hit 1 million views, which I think was March last year, and it was me sort of in one of these fun houses where you're upside down walking on the well, it looks like you're walking on the ceiling, but actually you just flip the camera around. So that was quite frustrating, seeing that was the first one that went quite viral. But then sort of was building up steadily. I think I hit 100,000 followers in August. So for myself, I think like when I hit 10,000, I think that was like a massive achievement for myself, with sort of not things working before that. I then, shaving videos worked really well, leading up to 100,000, and then from sort of December onwards, it's kind of really spiraled from there. I think at the start of December I was 350,000, and then it's just sort of spiraled. There was a couple of videos that went super viral, and it's kind of spiraled from them and continued to grow. YouTube has then grown off the back of that. Instagram to a small degree it's grown, but YouTube has grown nicely off the back of that as well. And yeah, the reason why I started posting was all to do with Gary Vee and his sort of content model of sort of creating the bigger content and then funneling it down to smaller parts to then repurpose it everywhere. So I don't consider myself really a creator for TikTok. I consider myself just someone that creates content and then puts it places. Just post for sure. I mean, I definitely would. I mean, I don't have any children yet, but I would definitely advise anyone that's a teenager or anyone that's young to definitely start posting. In terms of dealing with any negative comments, I think you've got to appreciate that there just will be negative comments that come, because that's the nature of the beast. People have viewpoints, don't they? I think I was in a good place when I started, after consuming so much of sort of Gary Vee's stuff and listening to the stuff that he talks about, of almost feeling sorry for the person that has anything negative to say. So but also I think you get what you get back what you put out as well. I don't put out any sort of negativity. I try to reply to everyone nicely, and I think if you were to put more negative stuff out, then I think you receive more negative stuff. I personally haven't received anything malicious, and if you do see anything that is negative, I think it's a case of almost, I mean, I do feel sorry for the person if they want to put something negative, and I think listening to Gary's advice of that stood me in good stead. And I struggle to comprehend someone that would put something negative on, consume someone's content and then put something negative on it. It doesn't really compute to me, so it doesn't rile me up, or I don't get ever frustrated or angry at it, because it's such an alien thing to me. So I guess but I'm also saying that as a 31-year-old man that I guess feels quite confident in himself. So I can imagine that it would tear people down to a degree, but I think it's almost deploying empathy for them, really, isn't it? That's what I would say with regards to any sort of negativity that you get. For myself, I guess I'm a barber first. I do love cutting hair, but always with the idea that I don't want to be stood behind the chair 5 days a week. I guess the vision is to one day own barbershops and salons. That's not the goal at the moment. That will be in the future. So it's a case of trying to grow the brand big enough that I have an unlimited supply of clients and customers coming in to feed those barbershops, and then a goal of trying to raise awareness to have barbers and hairdressers that would like to work alongside myself. So that's the whole goal for myself of creating content. So I've got a very sort of bigger picture plan with it with regards to that. With the moment, I feel the shop is a little while off yet. So I guess I'm trying to explore creating content and trying to raise that brand big enough to keep to keep that dream alive. And also, I really enjoy talking to people and doing this. So it feels like for me this is what I'm supposed to be doing, even though I do find it hard. It doesn't come natural to create content. I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So it's never really been anything unwavering with it. Even when I was posting on and not really getting any traction on Instagram, it still had that, I guess, belief and confidence in myself that this was the right path and this is what you should be doing. And if you put the effort in and you keep changing the content up, then it will eventually resonate. So I guess I just had that, there's a bigger goal for myself, I guess, so it feels very natural and easy to continue. Going back to what we were saying about what keeps you going, the amount of comments that I've had from guys, girls, a lot of guys, younger guys specifically, sort of saying, I never had a dad, thank you for teaching me this. And there's been a lot of response like that which I've received, and not just on the platform, they've taken the time to send emails, to DM me on Instagram. So realistically, when you get those sort of messages, it makes you feel good. So you kind of want to continue to help people. I found it a very positive environment personally. So that's been a big motivator for myself, really, trying to help young guys. Everyone seems to love the slap in the face. I personally enjoy doing that. It's quite a funny end to the shave for sure. Yeah. Just got to the shop, just having a little bit of lunch. Got this sweet South Carolina burger from Leon. Super good, vegan. I'm not vegan, I'm vegetarian, but this is really nice and something I'm mega excited for. And some of you that know me already know that I do love a Monster. We got a new flavour, baby. Monster Ultra Fiesta. It's supposed to be mango. Super excited for this one. So I'm about to do my shave this week. Obviously it's got a little bit longer than what it normally would be. This is about 12 or so days worth of growth on it, so it's actually quite long now. Because the shave that I did last week, the 100-year-old razor, that did really quite well and people seemed really intrigued by it. I thought I would show the rest of, I'd show everyone the rest of the stuff that's in this museum part which we've got in the shop, and I'm going to show you which razor we've got here. So actually in terms of, so obviously like this is the barber shop. In here we've got these, we have like these sort of pieces where they're like historical items. So you've got like this is like an old school shaving bowl. This is also a shaving bowl as well. Like we'd put the brush into there and then you'd put like water in here. So if you see this is actually a mug. This is a mug, so you see, actually there's that lip there, and that's for a moustache. So that obviously you would have like a cup of tea or something in there, but then obviously if you had a big moustache back in the day, there's that lip in there so that it sort of can, so it makes sure the moustache doesn't get wet. So that's a little thing for in there. That's like a pack of old sort of razors. And then we've also got these old school razors in there. Let me look how old these are. It's like crazy old. Then we've got this side here, and I'll show you obviously this is the thing, obviously the sharpener before, which we've shown. This was a razor that I used last week. There's a few other sort of old school razors which we've got at the top there, and then some like really old school razor blades as well. And the one that I'm going to use this week is this one. It's supposed to be from 1910. So if you look at this, it's like proper old school. If you look at that, it is. Everyone, in last week's one when I was using that one, no one could actually believe that it was 100 years old. Everyone was like, that's definitely not 100 years old. You look at this one, this definitely looks like it's pretty old, doesn't it? So I think everyone's going to believe this is over 100 years old on this one anyway. So I'm going to shave with that one today. Also, look at this one. This one is like proper bad boy. This one's like super weighty. It's kind of like, it's not a double-edged razor like the other ones I have. So I think this, you'd have to take that out and then sharpen that off and hone it. But yeah, this wouldn't take disposable blades. You'd have to keep sharpening that one. But yeah, they look proper meaty and proper hardcore, doesn't it? So nice and fresh now. I'll be honest, these old school razors, when you use them, they are super aggressive because they just expose so much more of the blade than what you normally would get. So when you're shaving, you can really feel like even the little bit of flex on the blade, because it exposes quite a lot of the blade. You can even feel it flex a little bit as well, which is a little bit of a weird feeling when it's on your face. But then it makes it feel very sharp. So you've got to be very careful. Face isn't feeling too bad. It was a little bit sore at times when I was shaving, but actually it's feeling quite good now. I'll be interested in seeing how it feels when I get outside. But head home now. I'm going to join you guys in the premiere for Men's Grooming Weekly. So. If you're after an absolute steal, get to Tesco, £5 meal deal. You get pizza, you get these Domino style dips, and then a pudding, £5. Absolute bargain, absolute steal. Also, Tasha's dyed her hair. What do we think? Look at this. She's got blonde. She's gonna change it though tomorrow, maybe, if she doesn't like it.
We'll see.
You're a wussy. Also, Joe Rogan, main man.
Also.
What does everyone think now that he's gone to Spotify? I'm finding it way hard. I'm just not watching it anywhere near as much. I'm very much a YouTube man. Disappointed, really. Luna?